Hey everybody, welcome to Madam D Mercy, my channel, and today I will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club, the plus version. So yeah, this is gonna be my first time playing it, so I'm a bit excited for it. I am gonna go ahead and start playing. I'm thinking if I should add chat or not. I kind of don't want to add chat, but I kind of want to do, because then if you guys say something and you want me to pick something for my decisions, I mean, that would be cool, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me see if I could allow my ghost chat to do that for me, so I could see the chat with for you guys. So I'm really excited. Let's start off with a question for today. How about this? Is Doki Doki Literature Club one of your favorite, I guess, would it be considered dating simulator? That's my mindset. Again, I've never played this, so I'm thinking it's a dating simulator type of game. So I think it should work, but you know, that's just like my opinion. And let's see, so if it is a dating simulator, is this one of your favorites? If not, definitely comment and let me know which one is, and that way I could like go back to the video and then see which games you guys do like, and I could try to play those games as well. So that's what I'm thinking. That'll be like a little fun thing to do, you know? So I think that would definitely be the question of the day. I hope you guys agree. I guess, let's see, my ghost chat had to like upload here, so type. There we go. Now I'm going to be able to see chats. Okay, let's go ahead and just get started then. I'm gonna switch this to full screen so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. And let's get right into it! Yay! This game is not suitable for children. Oh no. I'm gonna click new game. I know on my Steam it says like I only played for like, what, 5-10 minutes, because I was trying to figure out the functions, but new game. Hey! Okay. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Click. Click. There it goes. I guess I'm not clicking correctly. That girl is Sayori. Sayori? Hopefully I pronounced her name correctly. My neighbor and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. I mean, that would be annoying if I had to like wait for a friend and they're oversleeping all the time. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I wouldn't. I would deal with it. Or I would just be like, I don't know you. I don't know you. Like with a hood on. I'd be like, I don't know you. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, even if I press new game, it still kept the name that I entered before. Because I wrote down my nickname, Sin. That's my nickname. And then I ended up finding out that I'm a dude. Oh, well, we'll keep that. It's fine. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's because I was. That's mean, Sin. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Very true. Whatever you say, Sayori. That's you, hee hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. I feel like it's not clicking correctly. I wonder if I press the enter button, that would work. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, the enter button does work. Cool. So I don't have to use my mouse. I'm gonna turn that off then. Yeah. By the way, Sin, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? That sounds like me though. I would forget. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Is that another term for nerd? Becoming a neat. I'm gonna have to look that up later. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yeah. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I mean, she's cute! You can't blame her. Look at that cuteness overload. She got that tiny bow and... Wait, is it on this side? This side, and then she has that cute little bob. Or pixie cut. Yeah, it's kind of like a pixie cut. No, pixie cuts are a little shorter. Anyways, more than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Mood. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! This little role playing is a little much for me. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Bleh. Gosh, I hope I could read today. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Yay, streaming! Hi, Haru! I am streaming. I've already started my little introduction and whatnot. So, I figured I'll just, like, read out loud what they're saying. I don't know. Maybe it'll help me prep for D&D. Get all those jitters out. You should. Yeah, see? You agree. Let's see. Sayori. Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Roll the credits. No, I'm kidding. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Yeah, that's a very extroverted thing to do. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. They're like that, you guys. She's gonna be like this, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! She's that enthusiastic, you guys. Switch scenes. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Ah, cupcake. Couldn't have been cheesecake. That's my favorite dessert. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! Right? Because they're sliding doors. I'm gonna assume it slides. Yeah, because they're in Japanese schools. I had to think about it. I would have gone for the cheesecake as well. That was offered. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Sin says, I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl number 1. We don't even know her name yet. But look at her. She is pretty. Like her hair. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Ooh, she's a quiet type. You could just tell. New member, I know. Sayori always says nice things about you. I would hope so. I'm her only best friend. Girl number 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I'm a boy. And my name is Sin. It works. Sin could be unisex. Gender bend, right? Make my character just chick. I'm a chick. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh no! Someone triggered the fire alarm downstairs in the kitchen. It's always something on my streams. Like, it can't be 100% okay. Well, it stopped. Oh, was it my brother again? No, I'm gonna assume it was my mom's boyfriend, and only because, if I remember correctly, he is cooking today. But I don't know. I'm here with headphones on. I can't really hear what's going on. Let's see. Girl 2. Way to kill the atmosphere. Well, this is a literature club, not a all-girls club. Panic! Panic! I know! Comment says panic. Ah! Girl number 3! Ah, Sin! What a nice surprise! There you go. Extrovert right there. You could tell from her smile, too. She's pretty cute, too. All 3 girls are pretty cute. Welcome to the club. Silence! 3 dots! I'm either silent, either because I'm dumbfounded of how pretty all these girls are, or... No, that has to be the only reason. If I'm the dude in this classroom, yeah, that only makes sense. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Called it. What are you looking at, girl number 2? If you want to say something, say it. Gosh, such attitude. Maybe I'm just giving that to her. Sorry. Natsuki. Yell at her. Louder. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. This is the one that made cupcakes. Aw, she has a sweetheart somewhere. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Oh, look at her, she's cute. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seemed to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Is it Monica or Monica? Monica. I'm gonna say Monica, American way. USA! Let's see. She says, that's right. It's great to see you again, Sin. We've met! We have. Monica smiles sweetly. Damn! No! Don't be cute like that. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Okay, that explains that. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Dear diary, she is way out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. I'm scratching my back of my head. Embarrassed. Come sit down, Sin. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Let's see, comment says, I think it's Monica. Monica. I'll remember that. We'll pronounce it that way from now on. Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's no... Wait, there is one space next to Monica, oh god, that might be harder for me to say. Monica, and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Smart move! Sit next to your best friend. That's the best choice in this type of situation where you're meeting new people. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww! Okay, all's forgiven. It's okay, we didn't use cheesecakes. Fluffy cats, cupcakes is fine. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. That should have been like a little screenshot to show what the cupcakes look like. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. That sounds right. That sounds like me. Oh, the comment says, oh, I decided to look it up because it's weird. And it's pronounced American way. So it is Monica. my gremlin noises. Okay, I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Well, she wants to make sure I like this cupcake that she made. She probably worked really hard on this cupcake. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Duh! I'm a stupid dude! I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Wasn't that the whole point? Didn't they announce that she was the one that baked this? This is really good. That's all I say. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Parenthesis. Is this my thoughts? Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I think that's my personal thoughts. Made them for you or anything. So, wait. Did I had a deja vu moment? What's wrong with my character? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. Let's see, comment says, yeah, I think it's supposed to be your inner thoughts. Okay. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Because she thought I was going to be a chick. But I'm a dude with a chick's nickname. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Why? Don't look away! I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Fact! I sort of enjoy tea. More so than coffee. I can say that much. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. I can't do that, raise an eyebrow. My brother can, and I'm jealous. So what made you consider the literature club? Friendship by force? I was afraid of this question. Yeah. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. And look at her! She's doing the cute posture again. Woo! Woo! I could imagine her getting super close to my guy character. Ooh. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I guess so. If you're a popular kid and you know that you're a popular kid, you're gonna hope that other people are gonna follow into whatever you're trying to do. So that makes sense. Interesting way to use your popularity, but yeah, that works. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Oh yeah, Sayori is on board. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Find these three? I thought Sayori was the one that came up with the idea, and that's why she became vice president. Am I thinking too hard on this? Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sin, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh my god! Do I have to lie to these girls with what books I read? Just say manga. That counts as a book. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Fuck yeah! That's the best answer you could give. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Comment says, oh no, you've been skipping out your reading. It's not my fault. In real life, I read 2 books this year. I'm not skipping on anything. And I technically have 1 audiobook, so... Ha! That makes 3 stories! I'm way ahead of my own character here. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, we got a similar interest, maybe? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Ow! She dismissed my manga comment. Ugh. Okay. Sure. I mean, we could accept that, I guess. I mean, it's not like manga doesn't count as reading. Let's see, a comment says, or maybe she's big on manga. Big manga reader. Oh, maybe. Moving on. Well, that can change. Yeah, that's the attitude, my dude. What am I saying? Every right thing. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Well, look at her. Fuck, you want to make that an actual happy smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. I don't know if you saw, but Angel, my cat, just went up. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Traces the rim, so she's going like this. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. My girl. I like her answer. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Oh, I'm falling for her! And telling a good story is in such a foreign world is equally impressive. I got you. I got you, Yuri. Come to my D&D session. And yeah, you'll be blown away. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I mean, you gotta give her credit. She is taking the initiative to try to open up and talk to you about books and stories and whatnot. That's a lot of guts for a timid person. Usually they stay back, observe, don't say anything until they get spoken to. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Not manga. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Maybe? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Dang! Not only she likes fantasy books, but she also likes horror. Why don't you like manga? I read a horror book once. I did too. I read Carrie by Stephen King. Woo! That this year. Those were the top 3 books that I was reading this year. Let's see. I will be right back. I'm just gonna take a quick mini break. I am back, but I will go on break a little sooner than I want. Again, just because dinner is almost ready. Let's see, where did I last leave off? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. Totally agree. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Well, yeah, considering how much I know. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Let's see, comment says, oh, dinner, what's for dinner? So we are having meatball and I think spaghetti, if I saw correctly, and then just like mini little garlic breads. I think. I don't think it's garlic bread, but it is bread. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Comment says, awesome. Ugh, I hate horror. Fuck, keep that to yourself, hater. Oh man, what a jerk. Sometimes. She's sweet, but jerk. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. What do I gotta do with this? Never mind. It doesn't want to speak out loud. I wonder if she's timid about, like, dudes or something. I don't know. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Don't mess with Monica. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Oh, okay. Sayori Sidles? Sidles. I'm gonna say Sidles. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Oh, the emoticon face. Yeah, she's cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Damn, Yuri, that's poetic. And it's true, what she's saying. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh! She's like, no! I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Awkward. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Ooh. Yeah, let's do it! Fucking Sayori. If she likes to oversleep, I feel like she's one of those kiddos that would practically just procrastinate at the last second and be like, I did it! Roses are red, violets are blue. I love you. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sin? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Ah! And the sad faces! All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Sin... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. I would too. If I'm surrounded this many sad faces and I'm trying to please everyone at the same time, make my own decisions, that's a tough call, especially as a dude. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if I'm writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Give them hope! Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Comment. That would be me. I would go in, take a cupcake, and walk out. Oh no! I would honestly join for my friend. If she tells me like, hey, can you just please check out my club? I would join for her. And then slowly it becomes about food. Let's see. Monica, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. I have the answer for you, my dude. Just find one of your video games that have quotes and just use one of those. It works. I mean, if you play Skyrim and Baldur's Gate, I'm sure you'll come across a poem. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Sin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I don't think I've known anyone in my life to be that excited. Maybe it was me. I was that person. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. I myself like Yuri and Monika. I wonder if my character likes Monika more? I think my character is like very confused about Natsuki. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You can do this! Oh shit! I actually have to do this? I thought, okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Nani? Really? Is that how that works? That's okay. You thought you could get away? Yes! I thought my character was gonna do this! Alright, so my goal is to impress Yuri or Monika. That is essential. So, definitely fantasy. Oh shit, it gives me new words. Oh, okay. Whoa, I was not ready. Existence, bouncy, deaf, dazzle, ambient, dark, smile, fireworks, sweet, sensation. How many words do I get to pick? 20? Is that what that means? Okay. If that's the case, we're gonna use sensation. Okay, that does mean 20 words. Okay. Anime, kawaii, secretive, nightgown, destiny, defeat, candy, insight, whistle, anger. I kind of want to say anime, but then I want to say nightgown too. Those are two good words that I kind of want. I want to say anime, but that's gonna get Natsuki. I kind of want to say nightgown. I don't think it's intended for any girl. I don't think. I want to say nightgown or secretive. No, nightgown. Vertigo, mouse, empty, vitality, poof, poof. A tone, sparkle, extreme, crimson, incongruent. I like poof. Oh no, sparkle. No poof. No sparkle. Sparkle. Vivid, playground, entropy, promise, suicide, philosophy, intellectual, unstable, desire, embrace. Desire. Broken, excitement, misfortune, portrait, wrath, flying, frightening, anxiety, awesome, uncontrollable. Excitement. Treasure, nibble, startscape, clumsy, analyst, shame, hope, peace, sunny, passion. Peace. Massacre. What's with these dark words? What the hell? I mean, I know horror was one of the topics, but... Sticky kiss, clouds, jump, whisper, charm, sadness, jumpy, bubbles. I'm gonna go with kiss. tragedy, beauty, uncanny imagination, melancholy, love, lazy, vanilla, forgive, peaceful. Let's go with love. Scheming, fester, hair, landscape, meager, comfort, Papa breathe, disaster, infernal. Ooh, let's change it up. Let's put disaster. Color, captive, sunset party, sing, rainbow, journey, vibrant, raindrops, horror. We'll do raindrops. Heaven sent, flee, grief, question, childhood, alone, pout, incapable, memories, shiny. Memories, disown, fear, heartbeat, hurt, shopping, electricity, vacation, happiness, fickle. We'll do heartbeat. Sugar, wonderful, pain. I'm wondering if it generates the sentences for me. Massacre. No. We're gonna do pain. Hop, extraordinary cheer, daydream, prayer, bed, whirlwind, music, laugh, milk. We're gonna do daydream. Unrestrained, pink, unrequited, graveyard, lust, nature, play, depression, rose, blanket. We're gonna do graveyard. Graveyard date. Family, climax, feather, cheeks, infallible, essence, loud, precious, headphones, contamination. Family. Unending, tenacious, vivacious. Holiday, judgment. Dance, chocolate, after image. Amazing waterfall. Waterfall? That's the only word that I like out of all of those. Flower, infinite, lucky, misery, Doki Doki. We're gonna do Doki Doki. Cute, joy, pleasure, giggle, fun, determination, summer, cry, calm, time. Determination. Oh, that was my last word. I didn't even think about it. Hi again, Sin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Right. He has the riz. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. She's so mean, bro. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Okay, that's true. Sayori, why'd you throw me under the bus? And last year too. Oh my god. I don't know if your plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Sin always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Sin can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Aw. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? This isn't accident, my dude. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her extensive expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. I guess that's true because that's how my brother feels all the time when it comes to video games or movies or superheroes. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Jesus. It's probably out of your range of reading. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sin. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Facts. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. exceedingly moo. Don't just stand there. Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet, and then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Oh! Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. This looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's so rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of a plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, what? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. It's obvious. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh my god, look at her! I'm just gonna kind of save. Yay! We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh, Jesus. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Comment says, not my face. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like this solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki points her finger at one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready for today's poems? I was wondering if we were gonna get to that. Okay. Wasn't just me. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiraled notebook, called it. On the other hand, Monica wrote on hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ooh, who should I show my poem to first? Yuri! Boom. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Alright. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Oh, it's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it, and so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it'll come with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmed, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Alright. Oh man, it's been a while since I read light cursive. Woo! I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It is pretty. Let's see. Comment. No. I know it takes me a moment as well to read cursive. Yeah. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Mm-hmm. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, we're gonna do Monica. Hi, Sin. Let's go. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Sin. Really? That's a lot cuter than I expected. Really? Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Woo! Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. And it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. I can totally feel that. I felt like that during my writing for my horror fan fiction, and it was very hard for me to really get into. Whereas here I am writing my fantasy story for D&D / what I wrote back in high school. I get more in tune with it, and I want to get to the point as well. But it's a difference between writing my horror fan fiction and trying to get to the point, and it almost seems like I'm not actually following the road to get to the point, whereas the fantasy story that I'm writing, I'm actually building up to the point that I want to express. So that's a really good perspective that Monica is saying. I like that. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, so I'll save this part. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. And then when I come back, I'll continue with the next person. So, let's take a break. We are back. So, food was delicious. I'm just gonna mention that right now if anyone asks. And I think I'm gonna choose Natsuki. I don't think she's gonna like my poem, but maybe she will, just considering Yuri says it's cute. So I'm gonna go with that. I like how we both blankly look at each other. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Ouch! Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? Comment, I was tabbed out, and I was like, where is that voice coming from? Me! I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. Oh, is she trying to say mine was good? You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Ugh, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I love her poem! That is pretty cute. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Like that. She raises her finger and she says it. Pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori. Save the best for last, I guess. This is a good poem, Sen. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. In my brain. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Sin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for the other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I just realized, since we accessed the closet, does that mean the closet is now open at all times? Was it open before? I don't even remember. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Comment says I don't know about the closet. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Everyone seems to be feeling like they're bad at poems. I would feel like that too. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it takes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. Oh. Comment says, what bothers me is the chair in the closet. Oh my god. I know, right? There must be like a emo reader in the school that would come into this club room and then sits in the closet and are having like a little flashlight just to read their book. Like, ah yes, here is my story about the horror and psychological behind it. My character says, Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. I called it. I knew she was gonna procrastinate it. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Comment says, oh no, she's been found out. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Oh my god, Sayori's my spirit animal. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee hee! This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew! Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there is no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Natsuki thought. Yuri, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Sin did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Sin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh my god, we're getting into the girl problems already. The girl drama. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? No. Sayori, save the situation. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sin started showing up. What? Natsuki! What? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, both of them yelled at Monika. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Oh no! He's gonna get the brunt of it! Sin! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sin. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings to the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Zen? Well, oh my god. Damn! If I was there, oh, I would fuck things up. I wonder how my character's gonna react. Silent. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. No, but you're the dude and you're most likely cute if they're, you know, acting like this to you. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Oh my god! Help me, Sayori! That's hilarious because I just finished saying Sayori solved this situation. Fudge! Okay. I really like Yuri. Monica and Yuri, I really like both of them. And Natsuki, like, I'm starting to like her. Like, yeah, despite that she is a little bossy, like, you could tell that she could be on the nice side as well. But, like, I'm not gonna seek out Sayori. I don't know. I think realistically I would be seeking out Sayori. Save me. But I would probably favor the one I'm crushing. So yeah, we're gonna go with Yuri. Oh my god. I said Natsuki! I thought I clicked Yuri! You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Oh, I did click the right thing. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Oh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, surely didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Sin. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. I do feel bad for Natsuki though. Like, she already feels like kind of like an outsider for her own club because she's the only one that reads manga. And then I came in. I could have sided with her. But I can't get past with her attitude. I don't like people when they have a super bossy attitude and then they expect like a good friendship out of it. It's like, no bro, you can't expect me to like be great friends with you if you're like bossy or you don't get your messages right in the first place. So sucks. I feel bad for her, but at the same time I made the choice where I feel like in reality that's what I would have gone with anyways. But I do feel bad. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. A good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. She was talking about the boobs. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Sin, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sin! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Sin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Woo! What is this? Another poem? I have to write another poem? I don't know. Color blanket analyst. Empty raindrops times. Let's see fireworks. Dark feather. Well, last time I used raindrops, so let's use... Oh no, the pressure, comment says. I know, right? I'm gonna choose dark. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can make a sentence out of it. So dark. Together, controllable palette, crimson and alone, cute, massacre, pleasure, spinning, wonderful. So dark crimson. Love. Dark crimson love. Comfort. Hope. And I kind of want to say death, but dark crimson love hope. Death. Sing. Peaceful. Bliss. Whisper. Destiny. Romance? No, I used that last time, so... Whisper, romance, journey, pain, passion, embrace, marriage, forgive, beauty, I'm gonna put frightening. Oh, this is my last word. Frightening. Desire. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Sin! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. No thanks. I just like did like a little meme for that. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it to open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Wow, that's a true best friend when you know that the other friend just wanted you to come for you to pay the food. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Oh yeah, Sayori is my spirit animal. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri? Tell Sin to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Okay, I was about to say, that sounds like the wrong word. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ah! It said plop! Yeah! Ow! I feel the pain. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Oh, fucking lord. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you just seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Huh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular, after all. You don't think she has a, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Were they just trying to say that she might have had a boyfriend or something that took her away from her time with club? Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. It does sound cool. Now that I know Yuri plays music as well, from the sound of it. So, interesting. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sin. Monica smiles sweetly. Aw, look at her! I can't get enough of that! I can't get enough of her sweetness! I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Can't say the word. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Maybe she does sit in the closet and sit there in the dark, reading the manga and going, Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yori gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, you can do things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously? Rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Ah, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we will need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see what the world through her eyes. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't napping club. Does our school have napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. What are you doing, my man? This is supposed to be your best friend. You're like rizzing her up. Unintentionally. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh my god, look at this close-up. What the hell? This is so funny. What is it? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Anime plots be like, yes, that's right. Oh my god. Take a screenshot. I don't know how to take a screenshot. This is a new keyboard. F2. Nothing happened. Oh, I clicked print screen and that took me somewhere else. F12? Oh. F12. Hey, that took it! Don't say that! You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Sin, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Okay, so... I kind of want to check something real quick. Window. Okay, so we're gonna choose Sayori this time. I feel like I don't know, since we last talked to her, I feel like we should just start with her. and then work our way back. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Sin! Huh? I love it! Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really! I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Sin poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I am feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. And if it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. I just noticed your comment. Oh, I just noticed you didn't put yourself in the Doki Doki category. No, I didn't. I think I left it in the games category because it looked like there wasn't that many viewers for the Doki Doki category. So I was just like, alright, I'll just put games. I was trying to get more viewers per se, but I could probably switch it. Yoink. Yeah, so Doki Doki Literature Club only has 29 viewers right now. Yeah, we'll just put it. Maybe one of those 29 viewers will come looking. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. It makes a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Sen. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend. More... Whoa, I scrolled too much. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, in each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is an echo, 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 inside my head. That started off nice and then it went dark. I was like half paying attention while reading. Holy crap! Exactly! So, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. A comment, it's turning scary now. It's almost kind of creepy. Oh, creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, I came out good. It came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. That made me laugh. Threw my headphones down. Oh man, I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayote's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this one is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, so this time we'll go to Natsuki, then Yuri, then Monica last. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayote's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayote has a type, all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? She's dragging around a dead weight. that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has the other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm not gonna tell everyone. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It makes me think the spider lover is the manga lover, maybe? That's interesting, the way she wrote that poem. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. So it is about her manga. I kind of figured. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. She is right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow's too, so look forward to it. Alright, we're gonna do Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Sin. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. Me! My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. Well, that one was a little bit different from previous poem. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed to like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, so I'm gonna do Monica next, and then after hers, I'm gonna save and then call it for the night. Hi again, Sin. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, huh, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sin, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Now, I didn't understand so much. Interesting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Yeah, I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Sometimes asking what the poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Comment says, make sure to drink your water. I don't have any. I drank some when I went to eat dinner and take my break. That's why I'm gonna end it, because I kind of feel tired. I do want to grab a cup or something. And it's already 8. That's the time frame I technically wanted to end at. But I'm gonna finish it up with Monica and then save and then pick it up next time. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of the strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. And is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? A glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, what? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This might be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Medal. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori? It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sin liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Really? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Sin. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sin lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Hey, look at that! It's from left to right, tallest to shortest. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that I'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called It's called... Well, why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, and as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort for this club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? That's okay, Sin. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would want to walk home with Yuri. I was just thinking in my head too, like, was that a hint from Yuri that she wants to be walked home by me? I don't know. I'm picking Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that makes my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Alright. We're gonna pick my words, and then I'll save. So this time I kind of want to go dark. So I'm gonna go with grief. Hello. Dream. Special. Misfortune. Death. Prayer. Anxiety. Family. Kiss. I don't know if I want massacre. Oh, empty. Empty is good. Disaster. Wrath. Sadness. Scars. Dark. Hopeless. Memories. Promise. And whisper. Okay, we're gonna save there. I don't know how I'm gonna delete those two right there, but at least we have this one saved, I guess. Yay! So, thank you for joining the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just start ending it and all that. Thank you for sticking around as far as you did. Comment was how you like it so far. I like it. My jaw hurts from talking so much for this long. But this is a very good practice run, just considering that we do have that D&D session coming up. So I am most likely going to be talking this much for this long period of time. So I feel like this was a very good practice run, especially to switch back in different personalities back and forth. I did get myself confused with some of the dialogues from my own character, because it almost sounds like my character is like depressed. Like they're like dull, they're like, ugh, why am I here? But I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying the characters. And yeah, it's definitely a good practice for this particular instance, and I hope that I get to, you know, keep improving on that and stuff. So, again, thank you for joining. I'll go ahead and log off. So, peace. Bye. 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 Bye.